Oh my gosh.
Hello. Oh my goodness. You guys, it is day 2 for us here in Turin, Italy. We are back to review the 30 remaining entries of Eurovision 2022. On my right is Jonathan. Hey!
Hello.
It's me, William, then my sister Suzanne.
I had a good night's sleep, y'all. I am ready.
Yes, she is. And then it's Sinan.
Hey!
Now, you guys, can you hear us okay? Is everything looking all right? If you have issues, just let us know and we will try to fix them. Lavenda is going to get us going in the comment section. She says, after a few late nights, I think I will be sensible and not stay up to watch this. Girl, we understand because these videos go on. And if you're down in Australia, it is indeed very late. All right, the first country we're going to review in this section is the United Kingdom. Woo! Sam Ryder, Spaceman. What I love about this song is the message. He says, you can shoot yourself into space, but guess what? Everything you want, all the wonder, all the awe, that's already on Earth with you in your life, so you need to appreciate it. It's a beautiful message delivered with a voice. This is a voice. He can go deep and he can take it high with some glorious male falsetto. I'm gonna stop waffling and throw it over to Sinan Sadula from Germany.
Oh my gosh, I love that song. It's one of my favorites this year. I have a lot of favorite songs, by the way, because I enjoy the good music. And yeah, I had the chance to meet Sam in London. And the one thing that made me remember about him, the one thing that made me remember about him is that he smiles all the time. He's so positive. Like, I didn't see any, any minute that he wasn't smiling or something like that. He's so positive. He's so enthusiastic. He literally wants to enjoy Eurovision every single second, like me. So I love the song, and the meaning of the song is very important. Sometimes, we are struggling, and then we say, oh, I'm having a bad day, or let's say sometimes we are unthankful.
Ungrateful
even, and we don't realize that, and we don't think about it, but that's the truth. And that song means to me that you have to be grateful where you are, what you are doing, and just enjoy it, embrace it, and just keep going, keep doing what you are doing. And yeah, I love that song. And the way he sings, oh my gosh, those TikTok videos, Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, who has Justin Bieber, retweeted about him. And yeah, I can see why, because I'm up in space, man. I love that song.
And so does Lil Catherine. She says, absolutely love Sam's vocal. I hope the staging will match the song and that he scores well. I know my mom is voting for him. Suzanne Adams, tapping right into the microphone. What do you think?
Oh, there's so many things I could say about this song, but I am going to keep it short. I really love this song. This song is my number 2 as of now. And, one of my favorite lines in the song is, I'm only human. And I think we do have to realize that we are only human, and we all F up, and we all make mistakes. And perhaps what we should do is just give one another a little bit of grace, which my darling brother
Don't touch me.
knows. I had a moment recently where I was just very, very human. We actually didn't speak
Hold
for
up,
2 days.
Hero, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
1,000 yen coming into the house of Wiwi.
How much is it
Thank
in
you so
euros?
much. That will really help us pay our server bill. You're amazing. We always love reading your comments, so thank you. And I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, but so anyway, we are all only human. I had a moment last month. William and I actually didn't speak for 2 days because I had a moment where my very humanness came out. And there's another.
Me and my husband moved out of her house because I was like, essentially, negative thoughts and negative energy, that's the path to suffering and misery. And I refuse to put myself in that position anymore. I'm too old.
Apparently, someone is not over the
No,
moment.
I'm speaking generally. I'm too old to put myself in those situations. Sometimes
You're old?
just
You're
because
not.
can I say something? Just because someone is family doesn't mean they're always good for you. So you have to know when to remove yourself from a situation.
And we needed to be
And
apart
that's what
for
I
a couple
did.
of days.
This isn't. I'm not speaking just about you. I'm speaking generally.
No, but we did need to be apart for a couple
Yeah,
of
because
days.
you were acting like a toxic
Oh, you had a
mess.
screaming fit in the middle of my living room.
It was the
okay,
it was
so
the
anyway,
only way to silence you because you were going.
my
down
neighbor
a really
actually
dark
messaged
path.
me and said, "Do I need to call 911 when he screamed at me?"
So I only expressed.
Papa 911
I've
girl.
only expressed anger like that maybe twice in my life. That was a moment, but it needed to be released because otherwise I think I might have burnt down your house. In any case, please continue.
I hope that you would have burned yourself in it in that moment.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so y'all.
Thank you so much,
Back
Monstergramming.
to
But we
Monstergramming.
need
I
to
love
shout out to a super user
Oh.
quickly. Thank you so much. Super
Oh,
chat
Monstergramming.
slayage. Very kind of you. We really appreciate that.
All
I
right,
know
so
him from Instagram, by the way.
Oh.
He leaves very supportive comments. Sorry.
all right, so let's go back. I'm quickly going to recap everything I'm saying about this song. I really love the song. Sam sings and seems so happy. I love that he hits the high notes. There's a moment in these tiger speedos. Somebody's in tiger speedos in the video that I really love. But just the lyrics of the song, realizing that we are only human and giving everyone around us a little bit of grace, including giving ourselves grace. And there's another part of the lyrics where he says, "I want to go home. I'll stick on the ground as long as I'm around." And that for me just brings us to sometimes it's hard to be present, but we really need to be present. We really need to be in the now because the now is always all we've got, and that next moment is not always guaranteed. And so this song to me is just so meaningful, and I love Sam's happy demeanor. I can't wait to meet him, and I haven't liked a UK song this much since Siri. And I really did like Siri's song.
Suri.
Sorry.
Siri's on your phone.
Hey Siri.
Suri.
Lady Gaga.
Loved Suri's song and loved the happiness there and the reference to brothers and sisters because I've got my
Please
cute
don't
little
touch
brother
me.
here who hates PDA. But anyway, my number 2 UK, love this song.
From United States to the United Kingdom, Jonathan Votri, what do you think?
I had mixed reactions when it was first announced. I was like, this is sort of the 4th male balladish mid-tempo song that the UK has now sent. I was like, I would have liked a bit more experimental sort of in the selection process, coming up with something slightly different. But if I actually just look at the song and Sam Ryder himself, it is a pretty good entry. I can't deny that. And it's weird coming from the UK and seeing people actually support your entry for a change and have that support come from across Europe and not just from within the UK. And I'm still not quite sure how to deal with it. There is part of me that is latching onto a bit of pessimism, having gone through so many bad results. I'm like, I don't want to allow myself to let my hopes rise so highly for it to then come crashing down once again, like we've seen in previous years. So there's just a bit of me that's holding back on sort of going full throttle, but I'm very much here for supporting Sam. It's very much the sound of British music. There's a lot of Elton John in there, and you could say that Elton John had his heyday several decades ago, but he did actually have a couple of top charting songs in the UK last year with sort of other artists, so he's very much still around in the music industry, the sound of still modern day British music. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going for the UK. I'm a bit nervous as well. So yeah, keeping my fingers crossed.
If you heard that Sinan, someone's got their grinder on and it's blowing up.
Is that Grinder?
That's what his noise was. Apologies.
Oh, how do you know what Grinder sounds like?
Honey, I'm a gay man and all my friends have it.
All right, y'all. So we are going to try to keep it brief and not go off on tangents. So bringing us all back in, I think that, William, have you spoken about...
Girl, okay, it is time to go around and give our scores Let me just comment quickly. I actually interviewed Sam on the phone yesterday for something else, not Wiwibloggs related, and he said that this song pays homage to 3 great British artists, David Bowie, Freddie Mercury, and Elton John. He called them the holy trinity of British rock, of British music, and indeed of music at large in his mind. And you can really hear that. It's a very good point that you raise. And yet it does feel that it goes in a new direction. It goes kind of somewhere more contemporary, more modern. My score was a big fat 8 because I think this is excellent. I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer the music video and the studio cut, the 4.5-minute version, to the cut down 3-minute version and the live performance. There was a really powerful moment in the original, da, 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 da. You know what I'm talking about. And that's had to go. But this is still excellent, and I'm just praying and keeping everything crossed that they give this the staging it deserves. You know, he's not going to wear a spacesuit. He's already said that. So I don't think it'll be cheesy. I don't think it'll be cliche. I think it could be excellent. You know, there's talk of him rising in the sky. Let me just say, Bonnie Tyler rose in the sky and it didn't work out so well. So just because you rise doesn't mean you rise on the scoreboard. But I actually maintain my optimism. I think this is a solid top 10. I think that's a fair kind of assessment. And with good staging, if it's really magical, it could push to top 5. I don't see this as the winner personally. I don't know, something in the air. I just don't feel that. But I think this will do really well, and I wish him all the best. And I think he is fabulous. Sinan, your score, please.
Oh, my score is 9 out of 10 because he told me in an interview I made with him in at the London Eurovision party that the staging will have nothing from the music video, like it will be completely different, and I'm really excited to see what United Kingdom is going to bring on that stage. And you know, Ryder doesn't have any issue singing that song live. No issues, so I'm really confident about him. And yeah, I think this year United Kingdom will have points. And I think that they will have a lot of points. So no 0 points anymore.
I love your hairpiece. It's making me think of the
That
babushki from 2012.
It reminds me of being of cow hugging because I wore the.
Yes, indeed. You can watch the video of Suzanne hugging cows on the Wiwibloggs YouTube channel. Just type in cow hugging. It's our only video about bovines. Shocking. Suzanne. That's your name.
You know, I had a moment last night where I thought maybe I should stop eating beef again because Jonathan is such a hearted vegetarian. All right, anyway, moving on. So despite a lot of the lower points I gave, you know, as I rated this year, this was a 7 for me. And right now it's my number 2. It was not my number 2 when I initially scored. I've got this song on replay. It is elevating. And I think Sam Ryder is just darling. I can't wait to see his happy face in person. And yeah. I have the need to go up in space, man.
Sinan is serving Alina Posh.
She would have won.
Easily, she would have won.
Huh?
Alina Posh would have won Eurovision this year.
I'm so okay.
Period.
Done. All right, we move on to Jonathan, British voter, giving his verdict on the British entry.
My score is also a 7. I think it's a really solid, good entry from the UK. You know, just personal music taste. There's several ones that I ranked higher, so I can't rank everything 8 and above. But yeah, I do really like the song. It's really catchy. It plays in my mind. So yeah, I'm just praying that it all lands well.
Jonathan, what's your opinion? Peter Svala says, I think the jury vote will support the UK more than the public.
Absolutely, definitely. I mean, we've seen that over recent years anyway with the UK. The jury vote, when we do get points, the jury vote tends to give us more than the public in general. I think this is definitely a jury-favoured score, just sort of seeing how other artists across Europe have also reacted to it, and sort of other people that might be sort of put on juries and things like that. That hopefully bodes quite well.
Brilliant. So we, of course, are not the only Wiwibloggs. There are dozens of us all over the world in countries from the United States to Venezuela to France and beyond. We got a girl in Kaliningrad. Shout out to Diana. And the overall result, when you take the average, is 7.25, which is
Okay.
it's actually
okay.
good. That's good across 18 people with different tastes. It's very hard to get an 8 with us.
Can I ask something? What's the lowest score for this, please?
The lowest score on
Yeah.
this was a 3.5. That can you turn your grinder off? Honestly, it's like the lowest score was a 3.5, and that was from Sebastian in Australia.
Sebastian, our relationship is under question.
Interestingly,
I love
Antranik,
someone.
who is also in Australia, gave it a 4. So our Australian bloggers do not like this.
Interesting.
That's
Natalie
interesting.
was a 6.
And Natalie's a 6, which is also one of the lowest. So the 3 lowest scores are all from Australia. Well, then there's Rinska in the Netherlands. In any case, listen, we need to move on. You guys, I'm gonna leave the video and go do some work. So can you please can you save Serbia for last? Because I wanna be in that. So if you could do Bulgaria, Switzerland, and the other one, what is that? Lithuania, which I also love. So Bulgaria, Lithuania, and Switzerland are next, and then Serbia, and we're keeping it concise, y'all.
Well. Why are you leaving us?
I have an article due.
More-
I'm over here
more
working on my phone.
space
Can't
for
you write
us.
it sitting here?
Stay concise, huh?
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, let's go. Here we go.
So,
What are we doing next?
the next country, let's do Bulgaria, because I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Bulgaria because, girl, okay, so, Bulgaria this year. I like these guys a lot. I mean, they have Intelligent Music Project, they have Stoyan Inkulov, we know him from 2007 with Water, with Elica Tudorova, and also 2013 with Samo Championi, also with Elica Tudorova. He's a legend in Bulgaria, like everybody knows him. And we have also Slavin, he won the X Factor Bulgaria. He's a rock star, but I really wanted to see him actually with a solo song, you know, to go to Eurovision. But hey, and I don't know, I just don't like the song that much. It's an okay song, and like last year Victoria and 2020 Victoria, we could have won with that song, you know, Tears Getting Sober. And this year Intention, I'm really sad. It makes me sad because Bulgaria is my country. Of course, as a Bulgarian, I want my country to do well at Eurovision. And also I don't understand the music video. Like the kid is playing, you know, on the PlayStation, and woman is running from someone, and girl, what the actual, yeah. I'm just sad about it, and I'm so sorry.
Okay, moving on to Jonathan. Following Sidan's apology here.
Yeah, it is unfortunate to see the sort of slide down of Bulgaria, particularly compared to their recent entries. There has been a lot of strong emotions about this. I don't actually hate the song. I do find it a sort of decent enough rock entry. There's enough guitars going on in there for me to jam out a bit, but it's not exactly anything exciting or new. You know, it is very 80s, rather sort of slightly dated, and they don't take it in any new direction that we haven't heard before. And so, yeah, it's not really, you know, with modern Eurovision, you know, constantly have seen songs do well that are streaming related, you know, contemporary charts that need to be hitting, and that this Intention just doesn't really hit the mark with that, unfortunately. So yeah, it's just a bit meh overall, really, which is not the best place to be in.
So I am one of the few people who actually likes this song. Let me just refer to my notes so I can keep it brief here. It has a really fun 80s feel. I kind of like the whole opening with the Tetris and the video games. It takes me back to childhood. You know, it's interesting with someone chasing a girl in the field. It's cheesy, but it's cute. What I want to know is who is chasing her. And it talks about how we're never really in our safety zone, which I think kind of goes back to the fact that we all live with some sort of fear. And it's a reminder to me to be intentional, to F the fear, and to embrace everything that's going on around me, to seek progress. You know, And I really, really like that. Each year I set a personal intention, and my intention this year is actually to be mindful and to do everything with intention. So just kind of letting go of thoughts about the safety zone and really thinking in each moment, what is it that I'm trying to do? What is it I'm trying to achieve? What is it I'm trying to accomplish? But by liking this song, I probably show a little bit of my age, because it just takes me back to some of my favorite 80s artists. I literally reached out to my best friend and her husband. I'm like, y'all, you've got to listen to Intelligent Music Project, because I've listened to every song they've ever released. Don't love them all, but I'll tell you, I really, really liked many of them.
Girl.
And for the last 3 months, I've literally been listening to Intelligent Music Project and liked the song. So let's see here. They end the song, I believe, with a little bit of language that says, get on the right path, have a strong intention. So, in the overall ranking, this ends up right now being about 20th for me, whereas it was probably, when I initially started listening to songs, it remained high. I like them, I like their sound. I will say, though, that, Devin was in Bulgaria, and I wish I could have gone. Like, that was a Saturday night, and I had to be in Portland, Oregon that Monday, so I couldn't. But I was really disappointed, because I felt like I was watching in the video of their performance in Sofia a cheesy high school rock band. So I was really disappointed by that. And I think for me, that was the moment where I was like, not so sure this is going to continue to elevate. But again, I liked the song and I liked the guys. All right, moving on. Sinan,
I still love you.
Take us. And I love Intelligent Music Project. Mwah, my baby. Jonathan, bring it in, boy. Mwah! So happy to finally meet this.
So, what about scores? I want to see scores. Like, guys, please write down your scores, and Jonathan, please tell me your points about this entry.
So let me bring it up. I gave this a 5 overall, which I guess is on the higher end of the scores that came in for this song. But yeah, there's enough rock in there for me to jam along for a bit, but it's just not, lighting my fire exceptionally. If the intention was to stay in the semi-final, then I think they have met their mark, and that is probably where it's going to land, unfortunately.
Okay, my score is 4 out of 10. I think I gave it because those guys are really good live. I mean, the singing is not a issue at all. The thing is that the song is not giving the energy that we all want, because normally rock songs, they literally lit our souls, like our soul. For an example, Maneskin, like last year, my soul was on, burning. Like my soul was burning when I was watching that performance, and 4 out of 10. Sadly, I wish I could give, more.
Okay, let's. Oh, did you give your score?
Yeah.
What about yours?
Oh, I was a set. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm working a little bit.
Girl,
Miriam left the
that's
screen to
okay.
work, and I'm literally working. I gave them a 7 out of 10, and right now they're my 20th, I think, because I rated everything this morning on where it is today for me.
No, you didn't.
What? Sorry, actually, I gave him a 5 out of 5 out of 10. So sorry. It was Sam
Girl.
Ryder that I gave a 7. Yeah, Bulgaria got. Hold on.
5.5.
Bulgaria got
Girl,
a 5
this
and a
is
half.
chaotica.
Sorry. All right.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So, which country is next? Let's see.
Lithuania.
Oh, Sentimentai, girl. Monika Liu. Oh my gosh. Suzanne?
Yeah, where are we?
Lithuania.
Somebody else go first. I'm working.
Okay, Jonathan, please.
I really enjoy the vibe of this.
Where is it?
It is a bit one note at times. It sort of very plateaus on one sort of level. But once you're getting on that sort of vibe that Monika's giving, it's just very enchanting. She's a really good performer and just draws you in, even if the score.
We forgot something. The global average score for Bulgaria.
Yes, because we are not the only Wiwi bloggers. There are many Wiwi bloggers across the universe. Let's go back to Bulgaria.
Let's go back to Bulgaria. And the global average score for Bulgaria is 3.88 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It
is the lowest.
I really just want to say that hurts my heart because I really have a lot of love for this song and a lot of love for the sound. And again, I think that's more of an age thing because I kind of grew up on 80s music. I love you, Intelligent Music Project. I can't wait to meet you guys. I really enjoyed watching the interview with Devin, and I wish I could have been in Bulgaria. And I think you're gonna rock the stage. You may not be for everybody, but you're for me. God, I sound like a breakup song. All right, let's move on now. Back to Lithuania.
So we had a small glitch in our brains. So, Monika, Jonathan, you were talking, sorry.
That's alright. Yeah, really love Monika's charisma. She's such a good performer, just sucks you in and draws you into the performance. Even if, the song itself I will happily listen to, it's not necessarily one of my sort of top tiering songs, but I can't deny that this is such a cool vibe to have at the contest, and love that she's singing in Lithuanian. Really glad that they've brought this wonderful language back after so many years. And yeah, I would really like to see Lithuania do well this year. I think Monika deserves so much love, and I hope that she gets enough love to really get into that grand final.
All right, so I think I told you guys for this year I have a separate column for the Move On songs, and this is one of the 4 songs that I have named as a Move On song. I think there were a lot of people who were not very happy when they saw my scores for Lithuania. It seemed very repetitive to me, and Monika has a beautiful voice, and it's this song I think will probably go up for me once I see the staging, but it for me was not one of those that rose to the top initially. All right.
Somebody asked, "Where's William?" He's in the other room. He's working on something.
He'll be back for Serbia.
Yes. So, Monika Liu, she is so gorgeous, by the way. Can I say that? I love her hairstyle and the way she speaks. It's so sweet. It has that sweetness in her, vocal. And, I love that they chose that song because it's in Lithuanian. I have never heard somebody speaking in Lithuanian before. And also a song. I never heard a song in Lithuanian at Eurovision. So I'm so happy for that, and I think the song is really jazzy. It makes you to like that, Sentimentai. Just have a wine in the evening, eat some grapes, eat some cheese, and just listen to that song and go on Grindr or Tinder or something like that and just swipe,
Boy is on a Tinder kick.
And yeah, I really like that song, and I think the live performance will be amazing on the Eurovision stage. And actually on the parties, she sounded amazing. People really love her, even though the song is not the like a party song. Let's just say that, because at Eurovision parties you expect high tempo songs, but that song is really impactful for me. I really like it. And I want to give my score right now. My score is actually 7.5. As I said, I really love her as a person, as an artist. I think she's very interesting as an artist, and the song really fits. This year we have a lot of experimental songs. We don't have sometimes 2 or 3 songs, they are on the same not level but mood, style of music, or let's say instrumental. But this year we have a lot of a lot of experimental music and a lot of different kind of music. So I think that's one of them, and that's what it makes, to stand out and unique. And I think she will qualify definitely, and I would love her to qualify. Suzanne.
I gave this song a 2 out of 10.
What?
So low.
What the fuck? Why? Two.
I'm sorry, I do believe there are youth who watch Wiwibloggs. I apologize to all the moms, dads, caretakers of children for his language. Yes, I do. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm shocked.
Suzanne was the lowest score of the jury for Lithuania. Well, to bump it up a bit, my score is a 6. I do like this song, even if in terms of sort of studio cuts it gets lost a bit in amongst some of the others, and that's where I just worry ever so slightly that when we get to the semi-final, whether some people might just think of it as slightly boring, and sort of, as sort of Suzanne shows us, might just sort of switch off halfway through. But I really would like to see Monika through to the grand final. I think it's something that Europe should see on Saturday night. I think it's something that they should listen to and sort of really experience. I think it really is a great song.
Oh my gosh. Somebody wrote, Lovro, my heart is broken, Suzanne.
I'm sorry.
Why do you break people's hearts? So, the next country.
The overall score.
Oh! I'm literally shocked right now, and that's why please.
So, the overall score for Lithuania from all 18 of us is 6.56.
Thank God. Thank God. Oh, wait a minute. Ross Barker Smith.
Aw,
Thank you
Ross.
so much.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you for your £5. Ooh, pounds. I love British money, girl.
Hold on. Eurovision radar. I would love to say that it's Moroccan oil.
What's
but
the
no,
secret?
seriously, since last year I have been using Moroccan oil shampoo and conditioner, but I am a huge fan of, I don't even know how to say it, Oribe, or Oribe. But the secret to healthy hair, don't wash it every day. Certainly don't wash it multiple times a day. Like I washed it today, tomorrow it may be in a ponytail, the next day it may be in a bun. Just, don't wash it every day. Don't overheat. And when you are heating, use protection on your hair. Kind of like when you're looking for those big D's, baby, make sure you use some protection. Sorry.
Okay. So the next country we are going to review is Switzerland.
Let's go.
I don't know why this year Switzerland. I feel like after they announced the singer Marius Bear.
Hold on, it's
Right?
Marius Bear.
Marius Bear, yes. After like a week or something, I forgot that Switzerland was participating at this year's Eurovision. I really forgot. I don't know why. He was not at the parties, and I don't know. It disappeared for me. I don't know why. The song is, we heard that song a lot at Eurovision. Boys Do Cry, Boys Don't Cry and stuff. I like him. He seems to be a really good artist, like a good performer. But the song, personally, sadly, I don't like the song. And after last year and 2020, Switzerland, they were literally last year they won the jury vote, right? I mean, with John Steers. Oh, that song was so beautiful. And this year, I think it has a little bit the same, let's say, fate like Bulgaria. Like 2020 and 2021, Victoria was really, famous with the song. Really, people liked it, people loved it. And this year, Bulgaria, it's in the bottom, let's say that. And Switzerland is also not that, loved as entry. And yeah, I really don't have a lot to say about that song, sadly.
So I actually have mine pulled up, and I'm going to take this to a little bit happier of a place. So I like this song a lot. I was in Winter Park with a good friend of mine before I had a business meeting in Miami, and we drove from Orlando to Miami together, and we put the Eurovision soundtrack just on replay together, and had a lot of fun listening to it. So I love how it opens up with the humming and the piano. It to me is just a very subtle and sweet ballad. I like that Marius is rather telling a story from childhood. You see him in the costume of a kid, you see mountains crumbling, you hear the mountains crumbling and the rivers running dry, girls walk away, boys do cry. And, there's this kind of actually takes me back to, I don't remember, there was something about Måneskin last year, and retrain my ears, that makes me laugh. Okay, anyway, and I want to say that Damiano made a comment about how it's okay for boys to cry. And it is okay for boys to cry. Let's let go of societal norms and stereotypes. Girls cry, boys cry, it's okay. We all have emotions, we all get to cry. Just, be who you are. And so I really like that about the song. It's kind of melancholy, and you see him kind of holding his younger self, and I just found it very, very sweet. And there was a point in the video where it's almost as though, why are you putting up negative comments about my rankings?
No.
Where it's almost as a little girl has shunned him and he wants to cry but he doesn't. And I think everybody needs to embrace their feminine and masculine sides. Like, I have a really bad tendency, some of my friends point out, of embracing my more masculine side, as far as like personality and work and stuff like that. So I think it's important to embrace the feminine, embrace the masculine, and it's okay to cry, regardless of who you are. Okay.
Humans cry.
Humans cry. That's right,
Absolutely.
baby. Humans cry.
We cry. I love to cry because it makes you feel relieved and good after that.
I've cried a lot over the last 6 weeks.
Do you feel good now?
Sometimes, I finally really released as I was leaving Atlanta Wednesday night, and I'm sitting on the plane wearing a mask because Air France requires masks, and I was bawling my eyes out over my brother's passing because it's taken me about 6 to 7 weeks to finally feel it all. Okay, anyway, moving on. Jonathan, you.
Switzerland's song very much gets me in the mood for Christmas. Which probably doesn't make too much sense if you are not from the UK, but there's a big Christmas advert every year done by John Lewis that, tries to pull on your heartstrings and has this, emotional song in the background whilst sort of this story about a dragon or a penguin is sort of portrayed to us, and this Boys Do Cry song is just very much in line with the songs that I hear on that, and so that's where my sort of mind wanders to when I hear the song. The caveat to that is that whilst yes it has an emotional pull, the songs that we use for this advert are very much just there in the background rather than sort of the main focal point. They're just there to provide a bit of atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where Switzerland will run into a few issues. The adverts are back.
And that is YouTube, not Badoo. Thank you so much.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, there's just the worry that Switzerland will just fade into the background a bit, and they really have to nail home some staging that really hits you in the gut with some sort of emotion, because I don't think the studio cut or the music video even sort of really gets you to that point at the moment, which is unfortunate, because I do agree with Suzanne that the message is an important one. It is a really nice one. I just feel like we just need to really hammer it home a bit more for it to get across to some people. So,
I like this one.
you know, maybe it will, you know, try and stand out in amongst some of the more upbeat ones. But at the moment, I am leaning towards it just sort of veering into the background, unfortunately.
Everyone is asking about Ducky Doo. Y'all. My mom made me stay in the carry-on the whole flight here. I have been shown so little love this season. I need more love from y'all. You know, Ducky Doo can manifest himself anywhere in the world. He's manifested himself to different places. I don't think he made it to the London Eurovision party. If he did, he went with Yu because Yu and Diego are the only two who really seem to embrace him. I need more love, y'all. We did not have Ducky Doo do his scores. Okay. That's all. Bye.
Somebody is writing Zoria. Is she here? I love Zoria. She's amazing.
Who is
Volume
Zoria?
2. She was
In Serbia's national selection.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was really nice. So let's give scores, guys. Please, Suzanne, you will be the first one to give score for Switzerland.
I gave this a 5. But you all know, I mean, the joke last night was that I rated on a scale of 1 to 5. So 5 is not bad for me. Okay.
My score is also a 5, though my scale ranges from 4.5 to 10. So it is on the lower end for me, unfortunately. At the moment, I'm gonna say it's probably staying out of the grand final, unfortunately.
The song to me kind of has, don't laugh y'all, but it kind of has a similar sound to Rockstars, right? And I feel like Rockstars is going to elevate and this one is going to kind of fall away. Like last year we had 2 rock songs, and Blind Channel and Måneskin, and I went into Eurovision really liking Blind Channel. I think they were like 5 or 7 for me. And between Rockstars and Boys Do Cry, I feel like Boys Do Cry is going to fall away, whereas Rockstars is going to elevate. And speaking of elevation, thank you so much, Philip, for the tip. Greetings from Serbia. William will actually be back as we cover Serbia. All right, I gave it a 5. What did you give it?
I gave it a 5 as well.
What did you give it?
5.
We all gave it a 5.
That's a
Let's
15
talk
points.
about what other Wiwibloggs have to say.
Please, you have the honor to announce.
Okay, you guys, as you know, we have Wiwibloggs across the universe. Up in space, y'all, across the planet, flying high. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, removing the highest score and the lowest score and calculating the average because our rock star over here, Jonathan, he manages this for us.
Is
5.34.
Okay.
Very middling. Marius,
Very
baby,
consistent.
I
Okay.
think you're precious.
Okay. But will it qualify though?
I don't think it's going to qualify. I think it's
Same.
going to get lost like Blind Channel last year. Blind Channel did qualify. I think it's just going to get lost.
They almost won the televote.
Yeah.
I think they won the televote. No, who won the televote last year?
Okay, for me, Blind Channel went away when I fell in love with Måneskin. This song is too much like rock.
Okay.
The sound. All right.
Okay, we move on. William Lee Adams
Is
is
it time
going.
for Serbia now?
We summon
Serbia,
William Lee
yes,
Adams.
hunty.
Dušo zlato, volim te puno,
Dušo
Srbijo,
zlato.
prelepa.
What have y'all done since I've been gone? You did Bulgaria,
Lithuania.
Switzerland.
Yes.
Oh wow!
You were
Alright.
just on time.
That's
You said
amazing.
consistent.
Yes, girls. So Konstrakta from Serbia. This is one of the most viral songs of the year, and I am not talking about the big C. Okay, I am talking about the moments in COVID, girl, coronavirus. I'm talking about the moments that are so shareable. Biti zdrava. Biti zdrava.
Biti zdrava. Hey. Biti zdrava. Biti zdrava. Biti zdrava.
You get the point. You watch this once and you're kind of like, what the hell is going on? This is the definition of a WTF moment. You may not understand Serbian, but suddenly you see this very intriguing woman asking questions about Meghan Markle. You may not...
Meghan Markle.
And if we had subtitles, that would say, what is the secret behind Meghan Markle's healthy hair?
Moroccan oil.
Well, actually, double hydration by Moroccan oil. There's just a lot of funny moments that people who don't even like Eurovision, they'll be watching and they'll be like, whoa, I'm voting for her because she is out there. There is, of course, a very serious message behind the song. There's several, in fact. Konstrakta herself has declined to give a specific answer about what precisely the song is about, but there are different things you can take away. She talks about how we value physical health and physical beauty over mental health, what's between our ears. She talks about how artists in Serbia don't get health insurance by being independent artists. Crazy. It's like you're saying they're less or worth less than others.
Go die,
yeah,
literally.
It's crazy. So all of this is coming out in this song. But regardless of whether you speak Serbian or know what she's talking about, you can look at the visuals and you can fall in love. And that's why I love this. Jonathan from the UK, what about you?
I mean, you talk about WTF moments. I can specifically remember watching this for the first time and I was just like, I have absolutely no idea what is going on. Yeah, I mean, it definitely gripped me. I was intrigued to know what on earth was happening. And, you know, once I found the lyrics and was able to understand it a bit more, I, you know, definitely completely understood it. But it just definitely takes you off guard. And I think maybe for a lot of maybe Western European audiences, that is going to be their first interaction with the song. So whether that will put them off this because they only see it once. They're not going to have time to read all the lyrics and understand everything like we all have and come to love it like we all have it. So that is my one concern. But it is definitely a standout song of the year. You can't deny that whatsoever.
Thank you so much. Suzanne Adams, what do you think?
So, you know, a lot of times we eat online and we talk a lot about asthma during our live streams, right? Right? Okay, anyway. And this song, as it opened up at that kitchen table, it had a very asthma feel, did it not? Like watching them eat. It had a very asthma feel. And you know, there they are eating and there's no conversation. So clearly it opens up and it's very sullen. The video itself was just so interesting. At one point I'm like, is she a whore in a whorehouse? I mean, it did look like that at one point. The old school bath, the lingerie, but kind of covered at the same time. And then it goes into this deep messaging of God grant us health. Talks about no medical insurance. She loves her God. And we are in just a very interesting period of time throughout this pandemic with everything going on in the world, facing recession, healthcare issues. It's like, where are we going? Not just by the different nations, not Europe, not America, but where are we going healthcare wise? Where are we going fiscally? And I think this song, though, it really brings to light that globally we've got to look at what we are doing about healthcare, because it's important. And I'll stop there and give it to the rest of the guys. This was very middling for me. That doesn't mean it won't elevate, because I liked it. I like the vibe. I don't know where it's gonna land for me. All right, who's next?
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Now, we need to go around and give our scores and say whether we think this will make it out of the semi-final. Serbia is, of course, performing in semi-final 2. I believe they are in 3rd position in that semi-final. I think this is 100% qualifying. That semi-final is wide open. The second half features, besides Sweden, a series of countries that basically struggle to qualify. It's never certain if they are going to qualify. And in the first half, Serbia stands out. Serbia could sing from last, from first, from 10th. They would still qualify, I think. This is that strong. The public is going to get behind this. Jurors, I hope will get behind this. I actually think it's good music. There are kind of elements of it that dun 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 dun. It builds in a really
The
nice way.
instrumentals are really good.
Yeah, so I don't
Quality.
see a situation where this doesn't qualify. I don't actually remember my score, so I am just Googling that right now. And Jonathan, thank you so much. My score was an 8.5. And that's down to musicality, yes, but also quirkiness and message and the staging. I prefer the staging in the national selection to the music video. I think that it looked better, for whatever reason, on a stage than it did in what Suzanne described as a brothel, or I think your word was whorehouse.
So I did, when I watched everything, for the most part, it was the official Eurovision videos, because I sat down and rewatched them all to score. So it was not national final selection.
Well, speaking of your score, let's go to Jonathan. What's your score?
My score is a 6.5. A lot of that is for the chorus. Absolutely love the chorus. I will be clapping along when that comes on. It's really catchy, sticks with me. It loses me a bit in the verses. They just sort of peter out in a bit, and it doesn't really punch anywhere, and it sort of fizzles in between the choruses. But in terms of qualification, I do think this will qualify. There's just part of me that holds it back ever so slightly. I think mainly coming from probably a UK locals perspective, whether they will gravitate towards it. But then it also might be enough of a WTF moment that they're like, oh yeah, I remember that, I'm going to vote for that because it was so weird and so funny. So yeah.
Suzanne, your score?
I gave it a 5, and I did rate this on the first night.
A 5?
A 5 out of 10.
Excusez-moi.
It might have
She's
been
on
higher.
one this year.
Although it's in my overall ranking of my top 40, which you will hear at some point when I finally get it filmed later today. It's a 27. So yeah, all right. But again, all of that changes over the next couple of weeks.
Thank you so
absolutely.
much. Sinan Sadula, what is your score out of a 10?
I didn't talk later, like before.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
We
So,
skipped you.
Thank you so much.
I'm
Hvala ti
so
puno.
sorry.
So
Volim
he
te.
talked so much about Serbia last year that I think we thought he had already spoken.
If you have not watched the interview that Sinan did with Konstrakta after the national final,
Ooh, girl!
he assaults her. He runs up to her and she's dazed and taking
She's
it
like,
all in.
who the hell is that?
And you said, girl, you have so much attention.
No, because wait a minute. Oh my gosh. That was an unexpected win for me because I didn't, I didn't hear all of the songs this year for Pesma za Eurovisi because they were like 30 something. They were so much, girl. And when I watched her, her semi-final, it was so captivating. The whole performance, even though I didn't know the song, I really started, to moving, to understand what she's singing. And I had friends, Srđan, he's from the Serbian delegation. He started, explaining me the lyrics, why she sings about it. Be healthy because I don't have, pass for health insurance. And then pray for the God that I'm healthy because, I can't go to the doctor because I have to pay for it. And the song is really meaningful. And I feel like the song is too intellectual for some people, like intelligent music, for not for everybody. Like I don't know if a lot of people understand the whole meaning of the song, so maybe that's why we have a lot of people who say what the fuck, That's why I love that song. It's so amazing.
Can we say one thing? Just in case people didn't follow, you were physically there in Belgrade on the ground, like 20 feet away from the artist during the shows.
Yes. And the thing I remember, when she won, literally every single press ran into her. She was like, they wanted to eat her. Literally, I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to be eaten. I cannot interview her after that, or something like that. And I also remember some press media even named her, like they asked a question, Zoria, how do you feel after winning? And she was like, my name is Konstrakta. Like, I was like, girl, what the hell? Like, that girl who asked that question was like, she even didn't expect her to win. So, I think she's very gorgeous, by the way. Like, Balkan beauty, Serbian beauty.
I like the mole.
Yeah.
It's distinctive. It's like Madonna's thing. Quick question, or shout out to Mayoden says she's the real Intelligent Music Project.
Absolutely. Her song. Umetnica mora biti zdrava. Biti zdrava. Biti zdrava. Biti zdrava. Love her so much. I can't wait to see her again, by the way. I will be like, ooh, girl, long time no see.
Thank you so much. Can we have your score?
My points are 9 out of 10. This
Wow.
is one of my favorite songs this year. I listen to it every single day.
Pretty soon we're gonna have Serbia via Germany via Bulgaria. His love for Serbia just.
I love my Serbian people. Preljepa si Serbia. Volim te puno, duša zlato. And
right.
much love to the Serbian delegation. I love them so much. Srđan and Duška.
We, of course, are not the only Wiwibloggs. There are dozens of us all around the earth in the United States, in Australia, in Sweden. And when we take the average across... Girl, all this ambient noise. It's just like us bang on the table. Like, hey!
Woo!
Honestly.
Self-love. It's all about the self-love.
Oh, I need
Self-love.
a painkiller for you. Okay. In any case,
That's an alcoholic beverage.
the overall average is a 7.28.
There's a lot
That's
of
low.
this.
I think that's low. Come on.
You know,
I gave it a 5.
you know what? I'm just.
What's the lowest score? I wanna know. 4.5? Who gave 4.5?
It wasn't me.
Lucy.
Lucy.
Did I give my score?
Yes.
You did.
Yeah, I did. It was an 8.5, Stephen. It was an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Okay, listen. Sorry, I can't.
Devin says Serbia is going to be top 5 this year.
Shout out to Devin. That concludes this specific video. We're going to be back in 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
What
30
time is it?
minutes.
No, we have to get through all 30. They're 25
Yeah,
remaining.
we can't wait 30
So
minutes.
10 minutes. 15 minutes?
Well, let's just do 10.
15, 20,
Listen,
Should we get some
in
more food?
10 minutes. we will
15
be-
minutes.
Okay, at 4:15, so 4:15. At 4:15, we will be back with the next 10 countries.
5 countries.
10 countries. We will be back
Milos.
in 15 minutes. So we're going to schedule the live stream right now. So just please go to the Wiwibloggs YouTube channel and you can come back to resume. The next 10 countries
I feel like John Lennon.
will be revealed with the video. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Duša zlato, volim
Duša
te.
zlata slay.